Jan Moeller with the Louisiana Budget Project. And before I start, I think we can give you some numbers on the cost of the buyback program. It was in a report we put out this summer. The state's buyback program, we broke it down by fiscal year. In 2009, it was zero. In 2010, it was $23.2 million. In 2011, it was $62.6 million. And in fiscal year 12, it was $109.7 million. So the buyback program has grown tremendously in the last few years, and it's now about half of the overall spending on film tax credits, which kind of brings us to what we want to focus on, and that is the cost of this program. There's no doubt that the film tax credit program has been successful in creating jobs, but the other side of that is what you're paying for those jobs. And the fact of the matter is that the more successful this program is, the more the state is going to spend to attract these films. The state of Louisiana has spent over $1 billion on the film tax credit program in the last decade, and that number continues to grow every year. Last year, it was $231 million in spending, and I want to remind you that every dollar that's spent on film tax credit is a dollar that you're not spending on health care, on education, on infrastructure, on some of the other services. So this is a program that's competing against all the other programs for money. As you know, the state subsidizes 30% of the cost of in-state film productions, as well as 5% of its in-state payroll. Louisiana it certainly is one of the most generous programs in the country. Louisiana is one of 3 states that have both refundable and transferability in its program. And Louisiana's program is uncapped. So this is essentially an entitlement program. And from year to year, you don't know when you build a budget how much you're going to be spending to keep the film industry here in the state. It depends on the production. The state's own studies of this program has found that it is a poor return on investment for the state. The state hired a consulting group that went out and looked at how much tax revenue is generated by the economic activity in the film industry. They found out in 2010 that that the movie industry generated $27 million in state taxes, $17 million in local tax revenue, at the same time that you spent $197 million. According to, it's about $7.29 in state spending for every dollar in tax revenue that you bring in. And according to the Legislative Fiscal Office, which looked at this, the multiplier effect of these credits is fairly small. The state can expect to recover about 16 to 18% of the revenue that it spends through taxes that it spends on the film industry. Now, as for the jobs, there's no doubt there's some good permanent jobs created by this, but also many temporary jobs that are here only as long as it takes to make the movie. They're episodic jobs. They are jobs that often don't come with health insurance, that don't come with benefits because they last for maybe a month, 3 months, 6 months. And when we tried to find out how much you're spending on this, there are several different measures you can use. We went to the Bureau of Labor Statistics and looked at how many direct